Om Shanti and a very good morning. Let's take a couple of moments to stabilize ourselves, to listen to what Baba has to say through today's Murli. This Murli is dated 2nd November 1987, and the title of today's Murli is The Basis of Self-Transformation is Realization with an Honest Heart. The basis of self-transformation is realization with an honest heart. Today's Murli is oriented around realization and self-realization. It's to look inward within our own selves and to look at how we can create Vishwa Parivartan through self-Parivartan. Today, the world transformer, the world benefactor, Bap Dada, is seeing his loving, cooperative, and world transformer children. Through your self-transformation, each of you is engaged in the service of world transformation. You all have the same zeal and enthusiasm in your minds that you definitely have to transform this world. And you also have the faith that transformation will take place. That is, it can be said that transformation has already happened. You have just become Bap Dada's cooperative, easy yogi children in name and are making your present and future elevated. Today, Bap Dada was looking at the world transformer instrument children and was especially looking at one thing. All are instruments for the one task. Everyone's aim is self-transformation and world transformation, and yet, while being instruments for self-transformation and world transformation, why does it become number-wise? Some children bring about self-transformation very easily and quickly, whereas others have the thought of transformation one moment, but their own sanskars, the situations that come through Maya, or the elements or the karmic accounts that are to be settled through the Brahman family, weaken the elevated enthusiasm for transformation. Some children bring about self-transformation very easily and quickly, whereas others have the thought of transformation one moment, but their own sanskars, the situations that come through Maya, or the elements, or the karmic accounts that are to be settled through the Brahmin family, weaken the elevated transformation. They weaken the elevated enthusiasm for transformation. Then there are some children who lack the courage to bring about transformation. Where there is no courage, there is no zeal or enthusiasm. And without self transformation, there isn't the success you would like to have in the task of world transformation. If there is no courage, then there is no zeal or enthusiasm. And without self transformation, there isn't the success you would like to have in the task of bringing forth world transformation. This is because this alokik, godly service demonstrates three types of service happening at the same time. What are these three types of service that take place at the same time? First is attitude, second is vibrations, and third are words. All three. As an instrument with humility and altruism, become powerful on the basis of these, for this is how you achieve the success you would like to have. As an instrument with humility and altruism, become powerful on the basis of these three, for this is how you achieve the success you would like to have by attitude, vibrations, and words. Otherwise, service takes place and you please yourself and others for a short time due to some success in service. But there isn't the success that you would truly like to have and which Bapdada wants. Bapdada also becomes pleased that you children have happiness. But the result, according to your capacity, is definitely noted in the heart of the comforter of hearts. He would definitely say, "Well done," because the Father's vision and attitude of blessings for every child is always there. That, if not today, then tomorrow, these children will definitely become embodiments of success. However, along with being the bestower of blessings, he is also the teacher, and this is why he draws your attention to the future. So, today, Bapdada was seeing the result of the task of world transformation and the world transformer children. There is growth, the sound is spreading everywhere, and the curtain of revelation has begun to open. The desire is now being created in all souls everywhere that they definitely want to come closer and have a look. Whatever they had heard has now been transformed into wanting to see. All of this transformation is taking place. Nevertheless, according to the drama, what is visible now is the result of the powerful impact of the Father and of some elevated instrument souls. If the majority were to attain success in this way, all Brahmins would very soon be revealed as embodiments of success. Bapdada saw that the basis of success, the self transformation which would be liked by yourself, by other people, and by the Father, is lacking at the moment. So, why is there a lack of this self transformation? The main reason for this is that one particular power is missing. Bapdada saw that the basis of success, the self transformation, which would be liked by yourself, by others, and by the Father, it is lacking at the moment. And the main reason for this lacking is because that particular one power is missing. And that special power is the power of realization. The easy basis of any transformation is the power of realization. Until you have the power of realization, you cannot have experience. And until you have experience, the foundation of the speciality of Brahman life cannot become strong. So Bapdada says, bring your Brahmin life from the beginning in front of you. The first transformation is that I am a soul and the Father is mine. The first transformation is I am a soul and the Father is mine. On what basis did this transformation take place? It took place when you realized, yes, I am a soul and this one alone is my Father. This realization enables you to have experience, for only then does transformation take place. Until you realize this, you continue to move along at an ordinary speed. But the moment you have that realization, the moment the power of realization makes you experienced, you become an intense effort maker. In the same way, all the specific things about transformation, whether it is about the creator or creation, until you realize every aspect that, yes, this is that time, this is that same yoga, and I am that elevated soul. You will not have that same zeal or enthusiasm in your activity. The first thing that Baba says is that until you realize, you continue to move along at an ordinary speed until you realize that, yes, I am a soul. and this one alone is my Father. The moment the power of realization makes you experienced, you become an intense effort maker. In the same way, all the specific things about transformation, whether it is about the creator or creation, until you realize every aspect that yes, this is that time, this now is that time, this is that same yoga, and I am that elevated soul. You will not have the same zeal or enthusiasm in your activity. For some, there will be transformation for a short time due to the impact of the atmosphere, but it will not be there for all the time. The power of realization brings about easy transformation for all time. In the same way, unless you also have the power of realization in self transformation, there cannot be elevated transformation for all time. Unless you have the power of realization in self transformation. It's not about only expecting transformation around you. The source of that is the power of realization of self transformation. Till the time that realization is not there, there cannot be elevated transformation for all time. In this, the realization of two things in particular is needed. The first is the realization of your own weaknesses. And the second is the realization of the situation and the desires and feelings in the mind of the one who became instrumental for that situation. The weakness of the person or of that one's stage due to being under an external influence. These two realizations, that is, the realization of your own weaknesses and the realization of the situation and the desires and feelings in the mind of the one who becomes instrumental for that situation. The weakness of the person or of the one's stage due to being under an external influence. By knowing the reason for the test through that situation, let there be realization of passing in that with your elevated form. I am elevated, my stage is elevated, and that situation is just a paper, it's just a test, it's just an exam, it's just a paper. Not personalizing the situation, but actually dealing with the situation from an elevated stage. This realization will easily bring through transformation, and you will pass. The realization of the desires of others and the realization of what is needed for their self progress is the basis of your self progress. So, self transformation cannot take place without the power of realization. In this too, one is realization with an honest heart, and the other is realization in a clever way because you have become very knowledgeful. So, by considering the time and in order to justify your task and glorify your name, you would have realization at that time. But that realization won't have the power to bring about transformation. So, it is realization from the heart that enables you to receive blessings from the comforter of hearts. Whereas realization with cleverness will make you and others happy, but only for a short time. The third type of realization is that your mind accepts that something is not right. Your conscience also tells you that that is not right. But in order to keep up appearances of being a Maharathi, or because of not wanting to make yourself look weak or any less in the family, you continue to kill your conscience. The third type of realization is that your mind accepts that something is not right. Your conscience also tells you that that is not right. But in order to keep up appearances of being a Maharathi, not being a Maharathi, but just keeping up the appearances of being a Maharathi, or because of not wanting to make yourself look weak or any less in the family, you continue to kill your conscience. To kill your conscience in this way is also a sin. Just, at, just as committing suicide is a great sin, so this too accumulates in the account of sin. This is why Bapdada continues to smile and also continues to listen to the dialogues in their minds. And they are very beautiful dialogues. The main thing is that those who have this type of realization think, what does anyone else know? This continues to happen just because it is not getting seen. That is the reason we kill our conscience, because what's within us may not be getting seen virtually. However, the Father knows about every leaf. He doesn't know about something only when he is told about. However, even while knowing about it, he becomes ignorant and with innocence. In his innocent form, he makes the children move. He doesn't give up on the children since he knows. Why does he become innocent? Because he is the merciful Father, and so that you don't accumulate further sin with that sin, he has mercy. Do you understand? Such children become very clever and come in front of the clever father or the instrumental souls. This is why the Father becomes merciful and the innocent Lord. Bapdada has a very clear account of every action and every thought in the mind of every child. There is no need to know what is in their hearts, for the image of each heartbeat of every child's heart is clear to Bapdada. This is why he says that he doesn't know what is in each one's heart, because there is no need to know it. Why? Because it is already clear. The chart of the heartbeat of every moment and every thought in the mind is in front of Bapdada. He doesn't need to know anything because everything is absolutely clear. The chart of the heartbeat of every moment and every thought in the mind is in front of Bapdada. He can tell you about it. It isn't that he cannot tell you about it. He can tell you the date, the place, the time, and exactly what you did. He can tell you everything. However, while knowing all of that, he yet remains oblivious. So today, Baba saw the whole chart. The reason for self transformation not happening at a fast speed is the lack of realization with an honest heart. The power of realization can give you very sweet experiences. You understand this, do you not? Sometimes consider yourself to be a soul who is a jewel of the Father's eyes. That is, realize yourself to be an elevated point merged in the eyes. Only the point can merge in the eyes. The body cannot merge in the eyes. Sometimes consider yourself to be a jewel of the forehead, sparkling on the forehead. Sometimes realize that you are a sparkling star. Sometimes experience and realize that you are Father Brahma's cooperative right hand. You are Brahma's arm in the corporeal Brahman form. Sometimes realize that you are an avyakt angelic form. With the power of realization, have many unique alokik experiences. Do not just speak about them in the form of knowledge, but realize them. Increase the power of this type of realization, and then realization of the other type of weaknesses will automatically become very clear. Even a tiny spot would be very clearly seen in a powerful mirror, and you would be able to transform it. Do not just speak about them, about the unique alokik experiences, but realize them. Increase the power of this type of realization, and then realization of the other type of weaknesses will automatically become very clear. Even a tiny spot would very clearly be seen in a powerful mirror, and you would be able to transform it. So, do you understand? The power of realization is the basis of self transformation. Use the powers. Do not just count them and be happy with it, thinking, yes, I have this power and I also have this power. Do not just think about it, because the moment you think about it, that itself will start bringing you down. But instead of that, constantly use them for yourself, for others, and for service in every task. Do you understand? Some children ask, does the father just do this all the time? However, what can the father do? He has to take each one of you. Since he has to take you with him, he needs to have such companions. Therefore, he continues to look at you and continues to give you the news so that you companions become equal. It isn't even the question of those who are going to follow behind. There will be many of them, but the companions have to be equal. So, are you companions or those who are part of the procession? The procession will be very long. This is why the procession of Shiva is very well known. There will be a variety of those in the procession, but the companions have to be like this. How? Like the Father. Acha, we will take a pause here and continue the rest of the Murli tomorrow. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect at the profound learning that Baba has imparted to us through this Murli so far, and then come back to share our takeaways. Okay, you can now unmute and be ready to share.
Om Shanti Vimesh Bhai.
Om Shanti Ben.
Once again, I think It's such a deep Murli. See, they give us capsules instead of tablets. And now it's not just a capsule, it's an injection. For the past 3 days, I think these kind of Avyakt Murlis are really injecting us, and it's really for the mind, as if it's doing an advanced course or something. It's too deeper, Murli. And as you were reading, I was reading you with it. Baba saying, I know everything, I know what you are, I know what each one is. Even though he says he's not Jani Jananar, he knows everything. But why does he give us like trickle by trickle by trickle? It really does. And how nicely even that last paragraph, which really needs a deep practice and action plan. Now, what is this world transformation I was thinking of? So, for us as instruments to understand world transformation, we have to first see what is the world going through now. What is the epidemic which is happening now? What has to be transformed in the world? Okay, self transformation, fine, that Baba's given. But what is that in the world which we have to be transformed, and why we? Because I remember reading in the Gita also, whatsoever a great man does, same is done by others as well. Whatever standard those people set, the world follows. And like it was mentioned in the Gita, the light comes through individuals who are in advance of the society. So we are those lights. Baba has come and picked us and given those light, and we are all in those mountain heights, and we see all our fellows sleeping in the valley below. So that's the need. We are right up, we have to lift them up. That's beautiful. I like the first basic what Baba has mentioned, which is what I think that itself you will need days and days to practice. Of course, he has very nicely hinted power of realization. I am a soul. I belong to Baba. Just me. He alone. I am a soul and this one is me. So, unless I put that deep within me, unless I bring that transformation within me, then I will be a mirror. Then I can go outside and show that to everyone. See, this is what, see, I have transformed. I think that itself is a great exercise, Vimish Bhai. Even in yesterday's Murli, Baba has said, you are Master, Almighty Authority. Do you know that title? Do you realize it? Who has given you that title? God. God has given, but you don't realize. I think it's a too deep thought. Every single transformation which Baba has given you, I'm just taking, I think, only this one part today. For me, I am a soul, and this one alone is my father. Then all other creation and all, I think it will follow. I think this is the first thing I would like to uh, transform, because as I told you, as in the Gita, I know I am that light in the mountain, and I want all God's children down in the valley to be uplifted. Om Shanti.
Yes, Kirjabir, we get what you said.
Om Shanti, brother.
Yes, brother.
Yeah. So Baba says the the way to world transformation is self transformation, which occurs by self realization that we are soul and we are the children of one Father. And along with that, the realization of our own weaknesses, which we should be transforming. So, with the realization that we are souls, we should be having zeal and enthusiasm. And from there on, the self transformation begins, which will be reflected through our words, vibrations, and vision. So that's when other souls also would start realizing that they are souls, and sooner or later the world would start changing. Baba means this today in this meeting today. Om Shanti.
Yes, brother.
Om Shanti. So, The world transformation, Baba says, it is number wise, and it is delaying because the self transformation power is not there. So Baba says three things, that three types of godly service happening simultaneously, that we need to bring it as attitude, vibration, and the words. So growth is there, it is taking place. The sound is also spreading everywhere, but the curtain of revelation is also, not up to the expected range. And now souls, they are hearing a lot, but they don't want to hear; they want to see. So seeing, in the sense, a transformation has to be seen in the people. So that is where we are missing the power of realization that Baba highlighted. So realization leads to that experience. That experience makes effort, our effort intense. That will intensify. So that transformation that Baba highlighted is that realization that I am a soul, and this one is, my supreme. I belong to the Father, my Father, Shiv Baba. So this has to be revealed. Yeah, thank you. Om Shanti.
Yes, Vijit Bhai. Over and above what all of you shared, uh, it's the third type of realization where Baba talks about conscience. I'd like to take this moment to recreate what Baba said here, that the third type of realization is that your mind accepts that something is not right. Let's just reflect in our day to day lives, even subtly, where we look at that your mind does accept that something is not right, which is coming out of some external influence, some attachment, some maya, some possession, something that we are not willing to let go out of our body consciousness. So the mind accepts that something is not right, and your conscience also tells you that this is not right. But just to keep on showing, a mask which we would like just want to show the outer world, or the outer of our own self is different than the inner self, that we want to show that, yeah, I am a Maharathi, or because I don't want to let that side of me to be revealed or be appearing weak or any less. I want to show that, no, I have also reached that stage. And that is how you continue to kill your conscience. And how Baba has deeply related to this as a sin, which is as grave as committing suicide, and how that accumulates in the account of sin. And after that, Babdada also said that why I wait for you, why I keep on, मतलब देखते हुए भी नहीं देखना. So Baba says that he just continues to see all that. He doesn't need to, very profoundly, it's come in this Mundi, that he doesn't need to know anything. We say, what was new for me today is that we say Baba knows everything. No, he doesn't know. It's beyond that. It is very clear in front of Bab Dada that what's happening. And he's just being oblivious. He's just not looking over there, but just relentlessly extending his arms, his hands, for us to realize and to come to equal the level at which He's expecting us to come. This is so profound that these subtle suppressions or attachments actually don't make us as someone who's always at that stage. That is something that gets us behind and come into number wise. And like how Baba said in the end, that are you going to be a part of the procession or are you going to be there in front of me? Now, all of this we may find very difficult, but difficulty is only till the time that we are coming from body consciousness and not coming from the realization that I am a soul and that only the one alone is my father. That's that. After that, causing world transformation will be happening automatically. What you said, that people they know a lot of things, but they want to see. I guess it is our vibrations, the second type of service that Baba talked about, that are vibrations that reach. So if people are not able to see, we must look within and realize that we need to cleanse ourselves. We need to cleanse our vibes, our vibrations, such that they shine and they impact as how the sun impacts all of us around us. That is one major takeaway that I'm getting from today's Murli.
Himesh Bhai, can I just add a thing?
Yes, please.
You spoke about this third type of realization. See, I was just going a little, again, as I tell you, I'm just giving a part of what you spoke. See, first of all, this knowledge is a universal document. It belongs to all the children, not just you and me. But it's the prerogative or privilege or just a few chosen ones, like I still cannot understand. Of course, I am proud that I'm being chosen. So I am the chosen one. So why should I not think myself as the light of the mountain? Okay, I'm not proving myself as a Maharati, but I know I have got the knowledge my Shiv Baba has given me. So I would really like to go forward. And see, for example, he's saying the main thing in this realization it happens, what does anyone else know? See, this was just yesterday, when it churned me. Laws are laid out that women should be taken care, children should be taken care, but still offenses happen by the same people who set the laws. So I had a question to Baba yesterday, that everything continues to happen. The law is there, everything is there. So what is that which I should make to see that this law which is set is strictly followed? So I have to come about and I have to prove that I am that light in the mountain. I am that Maharati. So going forward over that, is it acting clever? Because Baba himself is ignorant. I mean, not ignorant, he's innocent. So why should I not be a little bit knowledgeful and then really bring about some transformation in those aspects where the world cannot do anything? सत्ता पे सत्ता लगा रहे हैं, but the same satta people who are doing all this kind of things. So sometimes I think in world transformations, I have to get that birthright from me. I have to be like a part of Shiv Baba and do something. I was just thinking, see, it is a realization from the heart. It's not a realization just to bring about some name and all. I don't think So that paragraph really hit me when Baba says it's just you don't want to look weak and all. No, I cannot bear to see jo ho raha hai, ho hi raha hai, aur hi ho raha hai, and for that Baba says let total degradation come. Can you just say why that kind of confusion and thoughts come when you read that paragraph?
What you are talking about, Behen, is about what Baba is mentioning about is being yukti yuk. And here the cleverness is what Baba is mentioning here is about duping your own self and your own conscience, where there is a duality. Yeah, surely you want to stand up and you want to uh, uh, take actions for creating that kind of a world around, which is of transformation, like causing world transformation, surely. But it has to be done in a yukti yukt manner and not in a way where there are two sides within our own self. See, when there is even a spot within, it is yet going to go through that same channel and it is not going to have that kind of a high vibration or that purity. And that is why there is struggle. Okay, whatever is happening, and you are getting impacted by that because that also is an attachment. But when you're not attached, like given that if that we are parents and our children would be doing something, definitely there'll be some kind of a halchal within our own selves. And that is because of an attachment. But can we look at ourselves as that parent to the children the way our father is a parent to us, where you can smile, where you can reach to a stage and you say that, okay, I don't need to know it. It's all clear in front of me. But actually allowing that soul to complete its karmic cycle and sustaining, giving that kind of sustenance ongoingly till that child reaches that point of realization. Another point here is that realization cannot be forced on anyone. It can be presented to in front of someone, and that soul has a choice whether to pick up that realization or not. And it first starts with a realization which might last for a short time. And after that, how that that soul takes charge of his own sanskars, of the course or the path of his own life. That is what is the decision maker when it comes to Purusharth, taking the actions or the efforts to create that life for yourself, which is coming out of soul consciousness. And say, yes, I am a soul. Yeah, things are happening around me. Things are happening even with me. And this is nothing but this is just a paper. It's not like it's the end of everything. Having that kind of anguish, if if I may just put a word to it, or any kind of an unsettlement in the heart. Okay, why are the things happening around the way they are happening in the world? Yeah, because there is zero color right now. From solar color, it's dropped down to zero, maybe minus. And that when we start imbibing in our own selves, we are looking to make the foundation strong by being equal, close to the Father. And then say, okay, things will happen, but let me be consistent with what I am doing, what I am thinking. Let me be consistent with remembering ongoingly or relating to myself that I am a soul and the one alone is my father. बस मैं और मेरा बाबा, दूसरा ना कोई. This is the way I would like to sum it up, Girjaban, if that makes sense to you.
Thank you very much. Made it a request, Vimesh Bhai, if we could also continue with your thing tomorrow also, because we have not yet come to the action plan because time is running out.
Yeah.
Because there are so many more things. If we could also continue this discussion tomorrow, especially the last paragraph.
Yes, we shall. We shall continue tomorrow. All right. Rakivan, is it possible to play that same song again, which you played in the start?
Sure, we can.
Yeah.
उसके गीत ही सदियों बाद मिले बाबा से ये मिलन बड़ा ही सुहाना है खुशकिस्मत हम बच्चे हैं जो बाबा को पहचाना है जो कुछ आज हुआ है हुआ जिसे पहले भी जो कुछ आज हुआ है हुआ जिसे पहले भी मान मिले अपमान मिले दुख न कभी मनाना है सदियों बाद मिले बाबा से ये मिलन बड़ा ही सुहाना है खुशकिस्मत हम बच्चे हैं जो बाबा को पहचाना है
Thank you. Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m.